welcome. Thank you for joining us for this program. I'm Adrian Park, Vice President of Information Management Global Business Development at Hexagon PPM. And I'm delighted today to be joined by my guests, Jay Schwartz, who is Vice President for Global Accounts Management at Hexagon PPM. We have Sasha Antvogel, who is an Information Management Specialist in Global Business Development at Hexagon PPM, and Fahim Khan, who is Vice President for Global Business Development for Leica Geosystems. And today we're going to talk about a cloud-based service offering for asset information that we're calling Intergraph Smart Digital Asset Online, or SDA Online for short. Well, having said that introduction, I'd like to talk to my guests. So first of all, Jay, the title of this program talks about reducing the barriers for implementing asset information management systems. Could you tell us a bit more about what those barriers are and how does SDA Online reduce those barriers?
Sure, Adrian, that's a great question. We've spent a lot of time talking with a number of customers as well. You know, we've been involved in trying to penetrate the operations space for a number of years, and through those efforts, we've seen that all of these types of systems that owners deploy are very large upfront capital investments. They have to buy lots of hardware, they have to buy software, then they have to typically hire a new person on staff that they don't have today to take care of this new complex system, right? And then they have to configure it and load the content. Then that is all upfront cost, very large upfront cost. Then when it rolls into operations, the worry is, oh, it's not redundant. I have to have a second copy of the whole thing in case the first one fails. So those are upfront costs that also, not only are they large, but they're not things that an operating plant typically does. So we come along with SDA Online and we remove those. First of all, there is no hardware on site. There is no software on site. There is no requirement to hire any special person to take care of the system. And then, because we designed it to be a very small upfront cost, then the starting point is very small. We can pick a little area or a little piece of the facility and start there and then grow at the rate that that particular company is comfortable with.
So it's not a CapEx investment, it's an OpEx investment.
That's exactly right. It's an expense-based investment. And then that expenditure is variable depending on how fast that particular plant is interested in engaging. So we feel like we've removed almost all of those upfront large capital costs away, and because it's in the cloud, you don't have to worry about the performance and backup and disaster recovery and all that IT-ish stuff that the plant people just don't want to worry about. They want to just have quick, easy, simple, contextual access to their digital asset.
With a service level agreement that we are responsible for.
That is correct, yes. So those are a listing of a few of the barriers that we've removed with SDA Online.
Great, thanks Jay. So Sasha, could you briefly tell us, what does SDA Online actually do? And what's the sort of business benefit of SDA Online?
Yeah, so sure. So as Jay just mentioned, SDA Online is our new cloud-based offering, and this actually provides our customers like a first entry point towards our digital transformation for operating facilities. And SDA Online helps operating facilities to easily capture, organize, and link large volumes of asset information and make them easily available through an intuitive web portal, and puts the information in the hands of the operations and maintenance personnel. So actually there where it's needed. And again, as Jay mentioned, there's no big IT program needed. There's no need for investment of infrastructure or IT hardware. And that provides actually the ability to leverage the asset information at a lower service and a lower information management cost, which has a quite significant positive impact on the operation and maintenance processes, and drives efficiency as well, as the time which is spent to find and use the information is significantly reduced.
And there's no assumption that people have lots of structured, high quality information.
Correct.
Basically, we can work with what they've got.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So Fahim, laser scanning, it's been around for a number of years. We've had TruViews for a while. We've even actually integrated TruViews with asset information management systems in the past. So what's new with the BLK360 scanner and this new generation of software from Hexagon, Geosystems, the Cyclone product family?
Sure, excellent question, Adrian. I think what we've seen in the industry is the appetite for laser scanning has constantly grown. We started this journey with laser scanning over 15 years ago. The first scanners would require an entire team of people with a truck carrying all the equipment. The BLK360 is a miniaturized technology. It's 1 kg in weight. It's the size of an iPhone, if you like, from a height perspective. So it really now democratizes the technology into the hands of experts and non-experts alike. Not just from a technology standpoint, but also from a price point standpoint. It enables lots of different agencies to be able to take advantage of reality capture solutions from Leica Geosystems. And that's part of our family of laser scanning solutions. BLK360 is an excellent entry-level technology, and then we have advanced high-end systems that will work in all types of environmental conditions, deliver survey-grade accuracy, and so on and so forth. All that is great. All that sensor innovation is something that our customers expect from Leica Geosystems. But what we've also heard over the years is the software becomes a bottleneck.
Right.
The simplicity needed in the office is as important as it is in the field. So we've embarked on a project over the past 2 years to develop our next generation software product family to deliver some of the benefits that Jay talked about, that Sasha talked about. We want to allow our customers to not have to worry about having hardware and software and expertise on site. We want to remove those hurdles in terms of setup and commissioning and do this for them. So the next generation Cyclone product essentially is a product that's 10 times faster, that's 3 buttons in terms of workflow. So you bring the data in, you process, and then you publish. Once you published, the data is hosted online, managed by us through our service level agreement, and our customers, PP&M users, can take advantage of digital reality data. So it's simplicity in the field, simplicity in the office, simplicity in the cloud.
So potentially facility owners could actually do this themselves without specialist expert partners to do it for them.
Absolutely. I think now the possibilities of 3D laser scanning is really limitless. For small projects, it's an excellent way to acquire realities and to tackle the complexity of projects that we face all the time.
Okay, thanks. So Jay, laser scanning, obviously it's becoming more and more easy to do this. What is the real value of having laser scans integrated with SDA Online? What does it provide in addition?
Well, it provides an excellent user experience to navigate to information. We've all heard the cliche that a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Right.
And in the case here, for clarity, we're not just talking about a laser point cloud, we're talking about a TruView.
Yep.
This has all the benefits of the point cloud, but in addition, it is a picture, as if you're standing there in the facility. What that allows us to do then is to deliver that exact physical look in this particular location of the facility to perhaps engineering or expertise that might be remote that can help us quickly resolve a situation or a problem that's occurring in the facility. Again, back to that picture is so valuable, but it's not just a picture, it's intelligent, right? We can take that picture and then navigate right through that picture, right to a very rich set of content on the back side.
Or even measure points.
Measure points, absolutely. So it just helps a number of the work processes that are happening in the facility today. And we see more and more owners now wanting to consolidate their expertise in a central location and then tap into that expertise at the remote plant sites when it's needed,
So
right?
it's remote assistance, basically.
Absolutely, yeah. So, and with the advent of the new laser technology, both the hardware side and the software side, we see the cost coming down. We see the simplicity of use, right, there. So as you say, the owners themselves can actually execute this. So every time you do a slight plant mod, you could actually go back and rescan just that slight little area, load it right into SDA Online, and you, in essence, are creating almost a 3D picture of the entire facility that stays current and refreshed.
Right, and with the new BLK360, it's now so simple that people can do it themselves. They don't need to hire in complicated, expensive expertise to do it.
You bet, absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Jay. So, Sasha, there's quite a lot of people on a facility who typically don't log into asset information management systems as part of their job. People like inspection technicians, maintenance technicians, reliability engineers, for example. So how does SDA Online potentially help them?
So there are actually multiple things we do. So the very first thing is, as I mentioned earlier, we provide easy access to the asset information via a really simple portal. So that's easy to use, and people don't need training. For that. There's no training required. So if you don't use the system very often, it's still intuitive to get to the information very fast, different types of information, and it makes it even more easier if we integrate like a TruView, which we just talked about. But we actually do something more additional to that. So we have the ability to integrate to different maintenance management systems like SAP Plant Maintenance, for example. So that means operation and maintenance personnel can actually consume the asset information in SDA Online without essentially leaving the SAP Plant Maintenance system, because we have a tight integration between both systems that really allows people to leverage the asset information without leaving their normal ecosystem, which they're using.
Basically they're seeing the information in the context of the work they're actually doing.
Absolutely.
Right,
yeah.
okay. Right, thanks. So Jay, final question, as I see we're almost running out of time. SDA Online basically gives people the ability to access information very easily. It allows us to maintain that information. But if an owner then wants to go and say do something like management of change or work with integrated design systems or other things that SDA Online doesn't cover today, what would be the answer to that customer for them to go forward?
Well, at Intergraph, or at Hexagon PPM, we are developing today a full complement that's part of the SDA suite of solution, or the technology platform is being built out.
Right.
And so within that platform, which is, by the way, the platform of SDA Online, right? So then we expose the full management of change capability. And as Sasha just mentioned, we have today the SAP connector.
Correct.
So your maintenance people don't leave SAP. They stay right in SAP. They create the work order from the environment they're comfortable with. They connect, they click on a button that says, I need to connect to the engineering content for this work order. Transparent to them, it shows up on their screen while they're sitting in SAP. Where did it come from? It came from SDA Online, right?
Okay.
So there's a full complement of technology offering that's part of the SDA suite.
Right, so we can take people forward incrementally as they want to move.
And that is the key part. As they want to move. No requirement to move until you're ready, and no requirement to move at a pace that's any quicker than you're comfortable with, you and your facility staff, together.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see we're pretty much out of time now, so that's all really all we have time for today. So thank you very much for joining us. Just leaves me really to thank my guests today, Jay, Sasha and Fahim. If you'd like to know more about SDA Online, then please visit us at hexagonppm.com. If you'd like to watch further episodes, please visit hxgntv.com. And with that, thank you very much for joining us today, and goodbye from all of us here in the studio.